You do this every weekend?
Every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Might have to make that a thing for me and my friend.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So I started the vlog with my fail attempt at thrifting. Very fail. So I went to Goodwill's first because I was hoping to get some sheets because I heard you can get some sheets. I wanted to get some sheets because I have this fabric I didn't want to cut in yet. Because I don't know how I feel about this particular skirt that I'm going to be working on. It is an easy sew, but I have a lot of pinks and yellow fabric, and the only blend that I have is a linen blend, which should have been perfect for this, but I don't know how I feel. So I was gonna like see if I get some old bed set. They didn't have nothing. It was sad. It was the most empty too that I feel like for Goodwill. But my friend did warn me. She said that they're not that good. You have to go to like a certain other location to get like, yeah. So then I went to the flea market and I only walk away with candle. So I did buy one candle, which was this right here. It smells really good. So, and the vendor was there. What I did like is she does candle making class. So I'm considering doing that one day just to make a candle and see how fun that would be. But this candle, it smells so good. It's strong though. Ooh, strong. I like the little charm things that she puts on there. So this candle is tangerine, lemongrass, and coconut. So I am going to probably burn some of it tonight. So that's literally, that is all I did was a candle and this container that I got at a dollar store that was right beside Goodwill. That's it. So what am I reading? The hype 3 Days in June by Anne, Miss Anne. If you are a Lucy fan, a fan of Lucy, where Lord, I am not prepared today. Lucy, author. I put it here. If you're a fan of Lucy, you're probably gonna like this. I'm a fan of Lucy. It is following a 61-year-old woman who is pretty much don't have a job. She is a assistant principal at a private school for girls, I believe, and one day she just the principal came in, told her to come in the office and talk to her, and the conversation was literally a poor conversation that's basically sparked by that the person was gonna they were gonna be out and they're at that age they want to retire, and basically saying, I'm retiring, my husband wants us to retire. Somebody else So the main character assumed, since she's supposed to be second in command, that she would be the next one to be principal. No. It was one of those sad moments where I'm like, how do you tell a 61-year-old woman that they should consider another position because they're not a people person? Where is she going at 61? Where is she going? What career do you assume she's going to be, running for when she's like a few years away from retirement? Yeah. And then it gets a little crazy because she has a ex-husband who just pop up with a cat. Her daughter's getting married, and there's commotion going on with the daughter and the husband-to-be, and also the in-laws. It is like literally a book that's taking place in 3 days. I am almost at the end, like a few pages at the end of day 2. The actual wedding day, I believe. And then I guess the last one would be the day after. It's literally taking place, it really is 3 days in June. And there's a lot to unpack because it's a family saga kind of way. Not saga, but family drama. So there's a lot to unpack. And I like this kind of story when you have an older character because they're older, but they're also learning a lot about themselves as they age. And they're questioning some of the decisions they made. I don't like the fact that they're saying that she's not like a people person. She's just not overly emotional. Somebody in this once a person says she was they're having a surgery and she said something like I'm sorry about that, and that was it. I don't know why people think that people need to have this overly emotional connection to somebody that they work with. We're not family. Like, why do I need to be so emotionally concerned with whatever is happening to your personal life? Like, that I didn't like. So I was rooting for her when it comes to that. But there's some things about her that I'm like, yeah, I could see why your daughter running away from you. And then you also wonder, why is it that she's not with her ex-husband? Because in some weird way, they like perfect for each other. So we'll see where the story's gonna go with that, because I feel like there's changes that's gonna happen. But it is very much contemporary, literary. It is actually literary. But again, it is very much like, if you're a Lucy fan, you would like this, that kind of deal. So I will let you know. I don't have that much left to go in the book. And hopefully I'll finish it tonight and give you the final rundown. So for now, these are all stuff that I have just hanging out everywhere. So I want to kind of put them in here. And hopefully most of them can fit in here. So see, I like these kind of containers. I have one already, so it's my second time getting one like this. All right, so these are like the gadgets that I bought for the bags. Top part now has dividers, so put the smaller items in here. that's helping a little bit. I do feel like I have more stuff that I can fit in here that I need to kind of organize for my cart. But this is it for now. I'm going to cook and then focus on this for the rest of the day. Yep. Made this last night. Couldn't sleep. I had finished the book and I was just in the mood. So I made this tote bag. I love the lining. The lining is very colorful. It has a big pocket inside and it fits my work stuff, my work computer, a tablet, my Kindle, my pouch that has like pencil and stuff. I'm probably gonna have my notebook in here as well, my wallet, and the pocket is used, so I have, you know, little stuff that I put in there. I put snaps on the side, which helps because the bag is huge and it fits a lot, guys. Fits a lot. I definitely can put books in there. The next book, let's see. This is the book I want to read after I finish my urban fiction. And let's put it in here. And yeah. It fits and I still got room. And it is very sturdy. So yeah, and I'm also wearing, everything I'm wearing today is what I made, including these pants, these 70s wide leg, this linen top. Yeah, so let's talk about this. Let's move the camera a little bit. All right, let's talk about this book. So I'm gonna put my back down. And let's talk about this book. All right. So 3 days in June. This is Ann Tyler. I had no idea she was as huge as she is. She has quite a few books. She does have a huge following. So the whole idea why the library had such a hold on her. After I realized who she was, I realized why. She also won the Pulitzer Prize. I don't remember what year. And I want to read the book for that. I want to read the book for where she won for. And she is giving me Elizabeth Strout. I feel like their writing style is similar. The community, how they both have a certain community that they stick to when they write. In this case, she writes a lot of book in Baltimore, Delaware area. And I'm not sure if that's where she is from. No, she grew up in North Carolina. She was born in Minnesota and she grew up in North Carolina. Oh, she lives in Baltimore, Maryland. So that kind of give you why her books are typically set in that area. Typically more so towards any shore too. She likes that. Her character is older. What I liked about the story, because the story is more to do with the parents than it to do with the daughter that's getting married. And in this case, Gail is someone who is living this life where she's disconnected, and you kind of get to know why. And it also talks about infidelity in terms of when one partner chooses to do that and the other partner is devastated but forgives their partner for what they did, but yet the partner who did it decided that they shouldn't forgive them and should end it. So that's something that I honestly never really read a book that really talks about it in that light. It's usually focused more on the devastated one point of view, and how that devastated one, starting over and all of that. Not so much the person who's done it. It's so I literally like had to think about it, because I'm like, it's almost like you're punishing yourself for what you did, and the person who either wronged you have found a way to forgive you and still love you. Yeah, it's given that. I enjoy this. I think this is, again, if you are not a fan of that kind of writing style, like I said, if you're not a fan of Elizabeth Strout kind of writing, I don't think you're necessarily going to enjoy her as much, because she's not really drama filled in a way that is over the top. It is not. It is very much that story that is very much of the heart of. Again, it's an older character. She's 61. And there's that moment where how do you start over your career? Or how do you do something that you want to do at 61 without that fear? Because you're close to retirement. You're supposed to focus on retirement. Not so much of going backwards or leaping to something else. So I like that conversation in this. And I'm just a fan of older characters in books. I find even romance that give me when they're getting older, because I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I'm not 61, so I'm not there. It makes me think: am I going to have? And I think I might, because to think that the last almost 4 years, September will be 4 years that I started sewing, and that just came out of the woodwork where I just decided, you know what? I always wanted to do this as a kid. Let me go get a sewing machine. And it's just now I'm doing the most. I even made this bathing suit that I was hoping to wear this weekend, but I didn't. I'm doing things that I normally wouldn't think of doing. And I think as we grow, there are going to be things that either we've always wanted to do or things that we used to enjoy that we want to go back to. And this book just had me thinking. This is a thoughtful book. I felt like it made me think of a lot of things. And the case of the daughter and her husband, I think for a normal reader, you will want a little bit more like how, but then it's their choice. And I think it's like you kind of have to, for the parents, respect the fact that was their choice. How they decide to deal with their issues, their choice. We can't live. I don't have children, but I will assume as parents you can't live your child's life, or make their decision or center their decision around your mistakes. So yeah. And the cat. There's a cat in this. There's a cat in this. And I love how symbolic the cat is. There was once a dog, and then there's a cat, and I thought that man was smooth. He was smooth. So yeah, I'm going to return this one because I have my own copy. Let me show you. Oh my God. I had bought my own copy, and I don't regret it, because this is gonna be right up there. She's gonna find a little spot. And I'm gonna return this one back to the library. Probably not till Wednesday, because not gonna have to that time today or tomorrow. So return this back. But yeah, good one. I enjoyed it. And again, because of her huge following and the amount of books that she has published, I didn't get to count, but she got quite a few books. Yeah, this is her list. So she has a lot of book published. So of course her fan base is huge. So if she comes out with a new book, there's a line for the book. So now we know why it was popular. All right, guys, I am going to get something to eat and then head to work with my new bag. Yeah, she's pretty. And I will edit this later, and you'll see this, guys, tomorrow, because today's Monday. All right, guys, bye. See you in the next Random Tuesday situation. All right, bye.